Hi folks, Grego here with another snack food quickie. This is actually an April 20th, also known as 420 special edition. And I have a cheese here from Humboldt County, California, which is called Humboldt Fog, which to me looks like a blue cheese. And if you're wondering why this is a 420 special, just ask any Californian that you might find walking around wearing a tie-dyed Pink Floyd t-shirt, and they can explain it to you. And I'll just leave it at that. It has to do with agriculture, okay? And this is the one I'm going to be tasting today. As you can see, it has the blue stripe in the middle, and it also has the ash casing, which is edible. And this one runs at about $40 a pound. And I've been wanting to try this for quite some time, so let's take a little bit of a dive into it here before I give it a quick taste. Here's the official website. This cheese is made by a company called Cypress Grove up in Humboldt County, California. It's called Humboldt Fog Goat Cheese. And that's a little bit small, so let's zoom in on that a little bit more. And let's see what they have to say about this. Soft ripened goat milk cheese from Humboldt County, California. The original American original. Registered trademark. Really? They registered a trademark for the original American original up in Humboldt County? Must be something in the air. Conceived in a dream. Also sounds like something in the air. Okay, so Conceived in a Dream, yes, really, by our founder. This masterpiece paved the way for soft ripened goat cheese in America. Each handcrafted wheel features a distinctive ribbon of edible vegetable ash, which we've seen on my piece here. Enjoy buttermilk and fresh cream, complemented with floral notes, herbaceous overtones, and a clean citrus finish. As Humboldt Fog goat cheese matures, the cream line develops and flavor intensifies. The creamy texture and vegetable ash make this cheese unforgettable. Now, let's get a second opinion. Let's go to Murray's Cheese. This is a company up in New York City that specializes in specialized cheese. And they have Cypress Grove Humboldt on their website. And here it's $39 a pound. Let's go ahead and zoom in on what they have to say. A California original, Cypress Grove Humboldt Fog was one of the first cheeses to popularize goat's milk among American cheese eaters. Built almost like a layer cake, it's creamy, cakey, and gooey, with a distinctive ribbon of edible vegetable ash in the center. Try pairing it with a dollop of continental white gold honey. Wow, that sounds good actually. Putting it with honey. Hello, Candyman, and Murray's sea salt crackers. Okay, whatever. And you can order that right now. This beautiful goat cheese will catch your attention from the minute you lay your eyes on it. The layers of texture are what makes this cheese the goat. Between its dense, creamy texture and its bright, tangy flavor, it's a true American original. Try it with some Davina fig spread to blend the sour with the sweet. Well, I've never heard of Davino fig spread, but yeah, I'm sure that would be quite nice. All right, so where in the world is Humboldt County, California? Let's take a look on the map here. If you see to the upper left there in the red outlined area, Humboldt County, California is one of the northernmost populated areas of the state of California. It almost extends to Oregon. You'll see Crescent City is really the only thing between Humboldt County, uh, right there on the coastline. Humboldt County extends out further west than any other shoreline in California, and it also includes the town of Eureka. Now, Humboldt County, as I've mentioned before, and the very reason that I'm releasing this as a respectful and friendly 420 tribute, Humboldt County has an agricultural history which many, if not most, older Californians are familiar with. Okay. And you can research that for yourself, and I will just leave it at that when it comes to the agricultural resources that Humboldt County has always been famous for. Now, focusing on Eureka, if you take a look at this here, this is the Great Seal of the state of California. And this right here is from the museum in Sacramento. And if we take a look, you'll see where it says Eureka there. And by the way, there are 31 stars above where it says Eureka. Now, if we take a look at this colorized version here, um, this is the Great Seal of California. It was adopted in 1849, and it features imagery representing the state's key industries and natural features. And this seal includes a portrayal of a miner representing the California gold rush and the mining industry. If you look to the lower left there of the miner with a pickaxe. It also represents a grizzly bear, who is the state animal that symbolizes California. It also shows grapes and wheat, representing agriculture and wine production. It is also portraying ships, representing commerce and economic power. It shows the Sierra Nevada mountain peaks, representing the grandness of nature here in the state of California. And it also has the goddess Minerva. Now, Minerva is the Roman goddess of wisdom and war, symbolizing California's birth as a state without a territorial stage. And then the 31 stars represent California's admission to the as the 31st state in 1850. And then Eureka is the state motto, which means that I have found it in Greek. So there's you a little bit of a history of California, and let's taste the cheese from up there. I've had this out for a couple of hours now to get it softening up. Let's cut off a piece here. So the piece that I'm going to try has the marbling, and it's also going to have an edge of the ash right here. Let's see what it tastes like. An historic cheese from goat's milk from Humboldt County, California, up by Eureka, as shown on the California state seal. That is, it's hard to pick the word for that. Glorious. That is absolutely astounding. Oh my God, that is so good. Yeah, I have to try another one of these. This is absolutely unbelievably good. Wow, go California and go Humboldt County. So rich, so rich, and so complex. You know, it's not like a blue cheese or a Roquefort, which I call Roquefort Blue Cheese X 1000 because those will just destroy and devastate your palate. Uh, but this right here, that would pair with almost any other food. It is soft, it's approachable, it's not overwhelming, but the goat cheese at all positions on the palate and the nose is just absolutely lovely, and I cannot imagine any way that something like that could be done better. So for the Humboldt Fog goat cheese from Humboldt County, California, I'm going to give that a very solid 10/10, and there is nothing that would change my mind about that. This is an absolute, complete, solid 10/10 of a cheese, and, seek it out. If you're not in California, go up to Murray's from New York City. They have it listed on their website. If you're over on the other side of the U.S., if you're here in California, that would be worth a drive from San Francisco just to go to their store, Cypress Grove. This is an absolute unbelievable, mind-blowing cheese, and there really isn't any way to put that to put all of these flavors into words because it's extremely complex and it's absolutely wonderful. A beautiful cheese. So a 420 Californian salute uh, to Cypress Grove Cheese Company in Humboldt County from San Francisco. This cheese rocks. There is no doubt about it. Okay, so this is going to wrap up this episode. I do want to add this. This cheese is $40 a pound. Yes. This piece right here, I paid $2 for. I got it at our local co-op. I do not go out spending $40 a pound on cheese because of the simple fact that I have a family to feed. So we put our groceries first. And these snack food reviews are not intended to be braggish. These are just a fun hobby for me. I'm not trying to say that, oh yeah, I can afford $40 a pound cheese. No. These are the things that I enjoy. Didn't buy a pound of it. And you can taste this on the cheap by just getting a sample of it sliced off from your local cheesemonger. Now, if you are struggling with food costs like many Californians and Americans are, and apparently it's all going to be getting worse, why don't you check out a food bank? I know some people that work at them, and they're really nice people, and they do that because they enjoy what they do. In fact, it goes beyond enjoyment. They love what they do. And I would urge you to just, go check out something like this, Feeding America. They have a website, feedingamerica.org. You can just type in your zip code, and you can find somewhere near you where you can just go pick up some free food. No questions asked. That's it. And as a matter of fact, if you are in the San Francisco Bay Area and you've thought about going to a food bank, and you might be feeling a little bit shy about it, thinking that that there's something degrading about going to a food bank. No, there's not. That's what these resources are for. And there are large companies with deep pockets that back these food banks. And you can go pick up meals for free, no problem. If you are concerned about that, why don't you go down to this channel, click on the channel information and click on About, and it's going to give you my email address, which is also officialtimescales@gmail.com. If you want to go visit a food bank in the San Francisco Bay Area and you want to have a YouTuber just tag along with you, I'll do it. Just let me know a day or two in advance. No, we're not going to film any videos or anything like that. Well, unless you want to. But I'll meet you there. Just let me know where you're going to be. If you have any reservations about standing in line at a food bank, and I'll go stand in line with you. And we can just shoot the shit, talk about YouTube or cheese or whatever. So don't be shy. The resources are out there. And if you think I'm kidding, contact me. I'll come do it. I'll come meet you. And we'll go stand in line, and you can learn how easy it is to pick up free food right here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I would enjoy meeting you in the process of doing so. So until next time, happy food tasting. I think the next thing that I have might just be another Japanese only Kit Kat and maybe another Chinese Pepsi. We will see. Actually, those might actually air before you see this because this is coming out on 420. So, to all fellow Californians, and particularly those of you up in Humboldt County, happy 420, and thank you for the awesome cheese. This one right here is absolutely ballin'. Yes.